How are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm doing well, and I'm glad to see everybody is here today. So I'm going to go right into this. According to the Washington Post in 2016, just 84% of Americans completed high school, and only 69.7% enrolled into college. The Department of Justice reported that there are over 21 million Americans that cannot read. I know, I was very well taken back by that. NIA Today posted an article December 19, 2017, titled "Some of the Surprising Reasons Why Students Drop Out of School." In the article, the top listed reason for students dropping out actually was learning difficulties. If you look around, we have plenty of parents here in the room, and we ourselves are students. So I want to discuss today about classroom size. I chose this topic because my daughter, Janiqua, she became an elementary school teacher in August of 2011. Each week she would call me, and I would just listen to her talk, and she would tell me about the pros and cons of being a teacher and how difficult it was as a beginning teacher at that time to start off with 21 kids in her classroom. After 4 weeks of research, I wanted to share with you, today first, how the size of a classroom can affect a student's learning ability, and secondly, the benefits of small classrooms and how we can help. First, I want to tell you about some of the current problems that both the students and teachers face. According to the PA framework of K through 12 program guidelines published in January 2010, one of the main responsibilities of a teacher is to plan, prepare, and deliver lessons according to all students in the class, to teach according to their educational needs, abilities, and achievements of that individual student. So basically, a teacher develops their curriculum or their lesson plan based on the age of their students, the requirements by law, and the most effective and efficient learning method. The problem with this is not all kids are the same age in the classroom, and not everybody learns the same way. According to my survey, only 46% of the 13 people who took it knew how many different types of learning styles or methods there actually is. There are 7 different types of learning styles or methods. There's your visual learner, there's your musical or auditory, verbal, physical, logical, social, and solitary methods. Not being able to learn according to your own method can affect a student's academic performance in the end. So classroom size plays a large, very large, huge role in this. The way a teacher is able to teach their daily lessons makes a difference. The results from my survey showed that approximately 70% know what the average classroom size actually is. So according to the National Center for Educational Statistics, Pennsylvania's average classroom size for primary school is 28, their middle school is 25, and their high school is 21. So there was an article published in December 2016 titled "Summary of Class Size Reduction Research" that stated that over 1,120,000 students are enrolled right today in classrooms nationwide. So with classrooms currently having over 20 students in it, learning is very hindered in several ways. So just to name a few, so I'm just going to throw some of them out there for you. There's less one-on-one with the teacher due to the amount of the students that are in the classroom, due to the amount of chaos that a lot of students can cause. In a large classroom, you have less cohesive culture going on. There's less interactions between the students, and it's less support from the students with each other. And lastly, there's less flexibility for a teacher to teach a student according to their specific learning method, which has resulted in students slipping through the crack or just dropping out of school. So now that I've shared with you the current problem that exists, I would like to share with you how we can provide support and improve a student's learning experience. First, we have to reduce the classroom size. It needs to go down to fewer than 20. The National Council of Teachers of English published an article on April 1st, 2014, explaining that smaller classrooms affected the long-term success of students by 2.7%. Second, we have to retain the current teachers we have, and we need to hire additional teachers. Now, everybody's going to come back and say, yes, I know this can cause an increase in your taxes, but the benefits will outweigh the cost in the end. You'll have more one-on-one time between students and teachers. There'll be more cohesive class cultures. Students will be able to interact with each other, support each other. There's less chaos. Teachers are able to identify learning issues a student may have so that they can put a plan in effect that can help them as quickly as possible to learn. Lastly, there's already been two laws put into place guaranteeing that each student needs to be met, their needs need to be met, and that they've received the best education that can be offered, and that a teacher's suggestions should be heard. Sorry. Education Week published an article on April 13th, 2018. It compared the No Child Left Behind law that George Bush signed into place in 2002 and the Every Student Succeeds Act that our previous President Obama signed into place on December 10th of 2015. Now, I was surprised, but 62% of the individuals that took the survey knew about the No Child Left Behind law. However, only 23% knew about the Every Student Succeeds Act. Both laws, though, hold the schools accountable for students' learning, and both of them address the size of the classroom. ETS Research Surveys published an article May 11, 2016 titled Mind the Gap, 20 Years of Progress and Retrenchment in School, Funding and Achievement. The author, Bruce Baker, stated, research has indicated that children in smaller classrooms actually achieve better outcomes, both academic and otherwise. By reducing the classroom size, it would allow the teacher to meet or exceed the students' needs and their expectations. So in conclusion, as laws change, expectations will change. Both parents and past presidents both agree that a student's education is one of the most important things in life. Reducing the classroom size will allow more flexibility in teaching. It will improve a student's academic performance, which will lead to long-term success. I encourage everyone to write or speak with your congressmen and senators, voice your concerns, and ask them to help enforce or make changes to the laws. And then I have a quote that I love by Nelson Mandela, which says, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Thank you.